Hey, New England fight fans, this is Steve Domenico from Domenico 101 MMA, and today we have on Matt Kendall Denning fighting Bellator 185 this Friday night, October 20th at Mohegan Sun. He's coming off a 2-fight winning streak, fighting for Neff both events. He came away with a first-round choke, and now he's on a big 2-win winning streak going into Bellator 185, facing Don Shainis, who is 3-1, coming off a win for Bellator in April, I do believe Bellator 178. So this is a big New England matchup at Featherweight. They're going to be fighting at a 150-pound catchweight, but they are featherweights and they can move around a little bit, and this is a big New England matchup. So we're going to talk to Matt about this opportunity, his first appearance for Bellator, and what an appearance it is in New England, right in his basically home. Thanks for coming on. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Just enjoying my Saturday.
Yeah, was today family day, a training day, a little bit of both?
I train in the morning and I train in the evening, but my training's done with for the day, and I spend time with my daughter on the weekends.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about this training. It's basically crunch time. Do you cut much weight? Because you're fighting at a 150-pound catch weight, correct?
Yep.
And you're usually a featherweight, that's your class, but you bounce around a little bit depending on a fight and an opportunity out there. So are you cutting weight now? Do you start Monday? How's the process go for you?
I started dieting and everything, but I'm a lot better off than I thought I was going to be. I asked for 150 just to a short notice, but with my training and dieting and stuff, I'm a lot closer than I normally am for a fight. So I feel good about that, and that 5-pound buffer zone helps a lot.
Excellent. Yeah, so you don't feel like you're like starving to death going in there or dehydrated. I mean, it's good. It's a good thing. You'll be strong going in there. So let's talk a little bit about your last fight, because you do have a 2-fight winning streak, and both of the fights ended in the first round by submission chokes. So the last fight I watched, I was very impressed, and I heard a lot about your ground game, and people never want to go there with you, but usually it ends up there a lot for you. But you had a pretty good war on your feet until it actually hit that ground. Your last fight for Neff. So how'd you feel about that fight? And what are you taking off from that fight going into this fight with Shainis?
I fought a very skilled wrestler in my last fight. Dominic Jones had a fantastic amateur career fighting, and he's a good wrestler. And I actually took him down, went straight to mount, and he rolled over, gave me his back, and stood up with me right on his back. And I just sunk in a rear naked choke and called it a day. Yeah.
You were like, you were like a backpack on him, and the announcers calling the fight. As soon as they seen you trying to get, going to get your hooks in, they said that's Kendall Denning right there, man. That's his ball game. That's his fight. So they knew it was going to be over pretty soon. It was a pretty quick fight, and now that was back.
That one was in June.
June. So now we're in October. This is going to be your 4th fight, I do believe, in 2017. And this is probably going to be your biggest fight for 2017, because you're fighting for Bellator for the first time, and you're fighting Don Shainis, another big New England featherweight, who's looking to make a name for himself. He's coming off a win in April. You're coming off a win in June. Both impressive wins. What are you looking for in this fight, and what are you thinking about this big opportunity?
When I finished the fight against Dom Jones, I had already told everyone that this was going to be my last fight of 2017. I knew we were changing gyms, and I had some stuff going on. I'm supposed to be heading down to Sweden at the end of November to go race snowcross, and I knew all that was coming up, so I was like, I'm not going to fight. I was like, I'll stay skinny, though, just in case Bellator or someone calls, and it happened. I'm extremely excited to fight for them. It's a big venue, and I'm in much better shape than I was when I fought the World Series of Fighting. I'm going to come in, I'm not fighting at 170 pounds. I'm going to come in and at least look like I'm in good shape. I've been training hard in my camps. my gym location now is a lot different than what it used to be. We used to just run our jiu-jitsu mats and do our MMA thing with a group. Now we get a lot more classes and we have a lot more time, so I can actually train earlier in the day. So I'm not there till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I can get home, sleep earlier, get the sleep that I need, because I go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that helps for everything. Not only your body, for your psyche. Being in training camp. So, great for you that things are changing for you, and you're coming off a 2-fight winning streak, and Bellator coming into town. You were right. They're always looking for New England talent to come in and fill that card. And you jumped on it, and you did talk about the World Series of Fighting. And now, when you did fight for them, was that a New Year's Eve fight? Was that New Year's Eve?
That was on New Year's Eve at the theater at the Madison Square Garden.
Now, that had to be your biggest fight of the day. I mean, I think your whole career you fought for Neff until you actually hit World Series of Fighting. What the hell was that like, fighting for World Series of Fighting on New Year's Eve?
It was crazy to walk in there to see like guys that I watched fight before I even started fighting, and coaches that you like dream that you could live closer to where they are to train with them. Jackson's gym in Albuquerque, they were up there for one of their fighters, and that was probably the coolest people to meet. But Nate Diaz, like, that's my all-time favorite fighter, him and his brother.
Me too, brother. Me too.
I can tell you a fucking hilarious story about Nate Diaz.
What, with you or just in general?
With me.
All right, go ahead.
I'm in a press conference thing before the fights, after weigh-ins, and there's all the guys from the card there. They had to stay in their suits and do a bunch of stuff, but us prelim guys, they just interviewed us real quick and then sent us on our way.
Yeah.
While I'm in this interview, my buddy sends me a picture of him and Nate Diaz. I'm like, oh shit, Nate Diaz is out there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good buddies with David Branch, and he was on that card, and he was a 2-time belt champ for them. He's now in the UFC.
Yeah.
But I've known him since I wrestled in New York years ago.
Okay.
And so I was talking to him, and I was like, oh, my buddy just sent me a picture of Nate Diaz. He was like, you white boys all flock together. He's a funny dude. David Branch is a funny dude. But, so I walk out into the hallway after they let us leave, and I'm like, yo, I heard Nate Diaz was looking for a fight. Like, loud.
Yeah.
Enough for everyone to hear, including me. I walk over, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, nah, get out of here. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm probably going to get beat up.
Yeah. Where's Nick? Where's fucking Nick?
I'm like, I probably just ruined every chance I had of getting a picture with him.
Yeah.
And my buddy's thinking, like, oh, no, I got to, like, help my best friend.
Yeah. I just made friends with
my favorite fighter.
I just made friends with Nate Diaz, and Matt ruined it.
So he was talking to some girl, and then when they were done, I was like, hey, man, can I get a picture with you? And he took a picture with me, and I don't know if he was, like, actually cool with it after. But we ended up seeing him at the show, and he was in a little bit better mood up until his boy. He actually lost that fight. So
then it's over.
Yeah, then they were all in a bad mood. But we fought early, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The last fight there was at like 5 something, and we were in and out, and that place had a huge concert for New Year's Eve.
Excellent. So, I mean, not only an experience fighting for World Series of Fighting, you had memories forever, and then you get to party and hang out or whatever afterwards because the card gets done early. So, great for you getting on and having an experience like that.
We actually drove back that night. We tried to see if we could just make it back home and hang out with our home crowd crew. But we ended up getting back at like 2 a.m. So
that was it. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. I bet you smiled the whole ride home. That's for sure.
Oh, it was a great time.
Yeah. So now, I mean, you fought for World Series of Fighting. I don't know if Bellator 185 can top that, but it might, fighting because you're basically you're fighting in New England, right over here for you. You know what I mean? So how is this experience like? you're a veteran. You got 11 fights. As a pro, you fought for Neff 10 times. You're used to a crowd back, and you're used to big crowds. How is this going into Bellator different from anything else you've done?
My mindset's a lot different right now. I'm going in there, and I'm not going there to lose at all. I want to finish 2017 with wins under my belt, and I have 2 of them, and the phone rang for a bigger event. I'm going there to win. I don't care if Don wants to put me on my back and rock me up a little bit. I'm going to choke him out or break a limb to get this W, because I'm coming home with a win for Bellator, and I'm going to have them call me back to go fight someone else. And
that's the big thing at stakes right there, and you know it. Don knows it. You guys
I already know who I want to fight.
Is that right? Well,
in my mind that I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get the W against Don, and I'm probably going to talk shit to the guy that's fighting on the same card.
Excellent.
Tell him that he can get it too.
Excellent, man. Excellent. More for me for later. For more interviews for me, brother. Do your thing. Now you're fighting it. I mean, you guys got some serious fans coming to this. I mean, you guys are going to probably, with Don's fans, your fans, and you just being a big draw for Neff and all that, and just your personality in general, people want to come see you fight. I mean, you guys are going to be the main event in New England, basically. I mean, that's my main event. I mean, you know what I mean? I can't wait to see Mousasi, but you guys going at it, I can't wait for it, because I like both of you guys. I know you're both, you're both coming off big wins, and this is a big chance for both of you. So do you feel that same, I mean, you do feel that same way, like this is basically my shot right here?
It would be a big win for him, because I have 11 fights.
Yeah.
Especially if he were to, he's already fighting for Bellator. This is the second fight for them. But for him to try to come up here and fight some of the guys that I've fought already in his weight division, it's not going to, I don't think it would end well for him. There's 2 guys in my mind that I think about all the time that I want to go. I wish they had the opportunities that I've had because of my social media and how I market myself as a fighter. There's 2 guys I know that are extremely good. Their records show it, and I want them to go from the New England fights to something bigger. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
I know it's going to happen. But because I have these offers, I want to show something from it. I didn't do anything for World Series of Fighting. I didn't put that many asses in seats for them because it was a short notice fight. I was just coming in to help out I was a stepping stone for a brown belt in jiu-jitsu who was coming off a 3-fight losing streak. So with this fight, I'm going in there a lot better prepared, mentally, physically. I'm not letting the bullshit in my personal life affect this fight. I'm going down there. I'm going to put a name out there for me, but I also want them to respect what I have to say when I say, hey, these are some guys when you guys are in New England that you should put on your card. Excellent. Not only are they going to put on a show when they fight for you, but they're going to put asses in the seats, and they're going to make it proud that you guys put them on a prelim card and prove themselves so they can fight.
Well, there you go. I mean, you know, Matt. I mean, that's the way. I mean, it's self-promotion. I mean, you've been around long enough. Like, it's what can you do for me today? So you guys always have to be promoting yourself, and you helping them out. And if you could, paying it forward to the next guy. If you know there's talent out there, these kids get overlooked all the time. I mean, so they need guys like you, veterans that are in the gym, to basically, I mean, you're competing yourself, but you are scouting these younger guys or these guys with the good records who could do some damage in bigger organizations, but they are getting overlooked. So that's a great thing. You trying to bump them up and get more New England fighters out there, because we do have beasts all over this this beautiful area. You know what I mean?
One of the big things that's pissing me off the most about these guys up here, they're Maine. We're as far east as you can get. No one's like, oh, there hasn't been any big fighters besides Marcus Davis, and they're like, there's not a lot of guys up there. Why do they keep ducking them? You get guys all the time in the 145 and 155 pound division that will throw their name into the hat, and they're like, nah, I don't want to fight them.
Yeah.
fight them.
They're
who are you to say that's not who you want to fight?
Exactly.
20 years ago, when fighting started like this, no one was ducking anyone. No one even cared about weight classes. You had guys at 185 that were fighting guys that were 265.
And you're right. Everyone's afraid to lose because they don't want to lose that, that spot.
You know the last time I had a decision was?
What was that? Yeah, I looked at you. What, when you were amateur?
Last time I had a decision where I had a fight that even went to decision was my first fight.
And yeah, you go in there to either take someone's head off, their arm off, their leg off, choke them. I mean, you're not looking for decisions. I mean, you want to impress. You want to put on a great fight, and that's going to happen come Friday night because you're fighting, a kid that is basically, he's a self-promoter too, and he's got aspirations and he wants to fight for Bellator again, and he's, all this. So there's a lot at stake. So I can't wait to see this matchup. I mean, I can't wait to see you coming off a 2-fight winning streak, going in there, well prepared like you're talking about, and just putting on a show for New England. And, Kendall Denning coming out, and you know what I mean? Do you expect a lot of fans of yours there, or you know what I mean, or you just have fans everywhere no matter where you're fighting?
I only got X amount of tickets for people that knew that wanted to go because it was such on short notice. But like you said, I'm going to have fans everywhere I go.
Yep.
If it's in New England. Most of my team today is down in Rhode Island for the Naga.
Yeah.
And we're a big jiu-jitsu school. So a lot of people didn't want to travel, especially the fact that they can watch it online.
Yeah.
They didn't want to travel. But I have the people that always go down to my fights and the crew that I always bring that are real close to me. But besides like my team and my couple friends that I bring down with me, whoever goes down, they go down. I got a couple guys from work that we don't work Fridays anyway, so, well, they don't, I do. They're coming down just because they're off of work, and we're getting into our cold season because I built houses for a living.
Yeah.
And they're going to start working less because the days are shorter now, and they just want something fun to do, and they're like, oh, one of my coworkers is fighting for Bellator. I'll go down there. You
know what? If I worked with somebody and they told me they were fighting for fucking Bellator next weekend, I'd be like, holy shit! I'd be getting a busload to go watch that shit. But I know how it is. You know what I mean? They can't go to all. I mean, you've been fighting. This is going to be your fourth fight this year. You know what I mean? They can't come to all of them.
Yeah. My boss and I are pretty good buddies, and he's got stuff going on. He said he would try to go, but he's got some other stuff going on. So it's not going to change how I perform, who's there, who's not. If there's 3,000 people or 300 people, there's a ref and there's me and my opponent. I wouldn't care if it was done in an alleyway without the ref. I'm going to fight regardless.
I can't wait. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be cheering both of you guys on. I'll be at weigh-ins too, Matt. So if you're around and you want to get a quick shout out, I'll be there covering that. But right now, I want you to shout out to your gym, to anyone you want sponsor, and how we get in touch with you to get tickets before you gotta turn them in. So let it go.
I mean, I just like my gym, Central Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My coach Travis Wells, our black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He's like a father to me. I got family photos of him and I from when his son was a senior in high school. This sport's really changed my life. If it wasn't for him and his family accepting me since I lost my parents, I wouldn't be where I was. Sean Carl, another coach of mine, he was a local cop to the area, and he arrested me when I was 16. I was a punk kid, and now he's in my corner every time I fight, and he's seen how much I've changed. And he knows I would take a bullet for him, and he'd do the same for me. Jesse Harrison, one of the top 155-pound New England fighters, is a phenomenal manager, phenomenal coach. He does everything he can for everyone in our gym. It used to be him and Jesse Peterson years ago. That was the only fight team, and now we've got 30 guys. I got a bunch of sponsors. I got a local guy here that teaches music lessons, Steve Bender. He supports every fight that I ever have. I actually just picked up a new sponsor. A buddy of mine, Fan, he owns a construction company down in New Hampshire. We went through a bunch of shit with this fight going south. I had shirts that were supposed to be made, couldn't get it done. He's just been pushing to try to get everything done for me. He's a great dude. The local nightclub here, Sapphire Event Center. There's so many people. My best friend Brent's mom sponsored my fight. She owns her own cleaning company. My buddy Brad, who works in my car, he sponsored this fight.
That's awesome.
There's a whole bunch of people that are close to me were like, they knew it was a big deal. They knew it was gonna rod me $1,800.
Yeah, exactly.
So
hey.
like, all right, brother.
All right, how do we get in touch with you on social media? Because I think you do have a like page, and get that out there.
I have my fan page, Matt Kendall Denning. I have 2 Facebook accounts. It's just my name, Matt Denning, is on there. I have my own business card, so if you ever run into me, I'll give you one of those.
Not only can he
I'm not
beat
living
you
that
up,
bad of a life right now.
not only can Matt beat you up, he can build a house for you at the same time. So that's pretty cool.
And I'll sell you a car, and there's a lot that I do.
Whatever you can do to friggin' stay a pro fighter, man, and you know, keep your head above water. See you soon, brother, and good luck next Friday fighting for Bellator 185.
Thanks, man.
All right,
Appreciate it.
all right, brother.